Hello, this is the Jake Melvin podcast. I am Jake Melvin, your very good host and commentator over gameplay. This is Layers of the Mind. Welcome, everybody. 12 minutes of talking about nothing and my thoughts. And if you don't like this video, please, your attention span is probably already gone. So see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya later. Anyway, for those of you who are still here, I am Jake Melvin, a commentator on YouTube. I make videos and I share my thoughts, and they are raw red pill and they are not politically correct. So if you do not like this type of content, it is time to click off the video because you are a fucking pussy. Oh, are you offended? You're probably going to try to deflap for me. Too bad you don't know who the fuck I am, because Jake Melvin is not actually my real name, but who knows who my real name is. Anyway, life is short, so I want to be straight. I'm going to go straight forward and straight hit the turkey in the legs. Got a lot of testosterone in me, so I have a little bit of anger, a little bit of sexual frustration, a little bit of madness in my mind, but also a lot of envy and a lot of happiness and a mixture of a little bit of depression and a little bit of like wanting to kill myself. But hey, I'm still hanging in there, my friends. I'm still alive. Been alive for almost 30 years on this spinning ball of fucking rocks and what else is this planet, and water and on fire and all that shit. And yes, I am a dirty, dirty man saying dirty, dirty fucking words, because fuck this bullshit political shit. Fuck being politically correct, and fuck YouTube algorithms. They can suck my balls. The YouTube algorithm is a fucking pussy ass, little bitch ass, fuck ass cunt. And I like to be able to fucking say what I want to fucking say. So if you are watching me, chances are you don't know who I am, and that's the point. I am Jake Melvin, the gaming YouTuber, political YouTuber, red pill educator, and chronic. Never mind, I don't do that anymore. Chronic no fapper, because I am not that anymore. So let me explain my journey. I have been on this earth for about 30 years, and in that time, I have learned a lot of things, and a lot of bad things, and a lot of good things. And I've been depressed, wanted to kill myself half the time. Somehow I saved enough money to get my own place. Somehow I turned out all right, and I still have food, and I have a roof under my head somehow. And yeah, somehow I'm not a psychotic, gangster on the street like the video game here, thankfully. So. I enjoy making commentaries because it is kind of fun to just talk over gameplay, and it's relaxing, and in a way I don't have to like stress, and it's not very. So anyway, things that are going on in the world as usual. There's wars, all kinds of bad stuff happening, but I've got some good stuff happening, and also the end of the world is happening at all times, because our world is just one world if you think about it, where there are many lives, and some people die and some people live. Some people thrive and other people give. But my friend who is listening here, I want you to know that you are a gem from fear. Yes, I know. I'm a poet, a philosopher, and somewhat of a madman as well, but I'm still here to tell you my truth, and not because it is my truth, because it is the truth, and that's the thing, because I am God, and yeah, I'm just kidding, I'm just messing with you. I'm not like that. I'm not a cult leader, but my truth is that the world, as I see it, with its feminized, with this feminized culture of men, this independent women, quote. In my opinion, there's no such thing as an independent woman. Women are not biologically independent. Like, it's actually impossible for a woman to be independent. Like, it's actually pretty much impossible for her to be completely independent. Because even if a woman has her own apartment, pays her own bills, works, at the end of the day, the people who built the apartment are men. Let's be real. People who made the apartment, people who made the electricity, people who fix your stuff, are men. Chances are the people who protect the building, policemen, if there's like a crime, they're going to be men. So let's talk about feminism and the stupidity that has engrossed the West. It's nothing new, and this has been repeated many, many times. But if you have not heard, our culture is completely broken and retarded, and specifically our dating culture. Women have become very, very delusional in the fact that they think that they can have kids. They can pretty much live on a continuous what's it called, cock carousel, where they're just riding the carousel around. Maybe they'll have a boyfriend, but they'll just kind of do whatever they want, and even if they have a boyfriend, usually the boyfriend's a big simp and will kind of be okay with whatever they want anyway. So that's the factor of things. And they're delusional. They think that they can have kids at like 60 years old or something, after their like eggs have been dead, and like they think they're still going to be hot or something. Like, okay, maybe that's a little extreme, maybe not 60. We'll make it a little more reasonable. We'll make it like 45. But that is a thing. MILFs are a thing, and the dating game is filled with women who are leftover pieces of trash that no one would want to date, because in their 20s they decided to not. They were misguided into thinking that partying and doing drugs and sleeping around was okay, and that's the Western mentality. That's Western women, for the most part, and you can't even criticize them. You can't bring it up about what's really going on. You can't bring values back into this perspective.
Give me a second.
What men want is women with values. What men want is women with with integrity, and very little integrity is around nowadays in women in particular. While I would argue that men are obviously very much part of the problem as well. In fact, a large part of it is men that have been feminized, though. That is because of the feminization. That is not because of that is not because men are oppressors or whatever, or oppressive, whatever the heck, whatever we've done. Masculinity is not the center of oppression. What actually is the center of depression is when societies become so weak that there's not even a clear perspective on what either gender wants, and when there's no values, because the previous generations, my mother's generation and my family generation, there was a clear way to find a mate. It was not a complicated thing like it is now. There wasn't women who were, or maybe there were. I'm sure they existed, and I'm sure this trend is not something that is new per se, but it's gotten worse over the last few generations. And the fact is that good women who should be finding husbands are not. And it is the biggest reason why women are having children without being married, which means they're having bastard kids. They're not being resourceful, and they're irresponsible, and usually can't do much. Like, they can't even cook, a lot of them. Most women can't even cook. A woman who can't even cook is like, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that is like a good fourth of your value as a woman. Like, besides your looks, which is about like 70% of your value as a woman. Let's be real. I'm sorry, it comes off rude, but the fact is, 70% of a woman's life value has to do with how she looks. Flat out, just the way it is. Now we've gotten confused. Men have gotten confused on the incel side, where they think a lot of their value has to do with their looks. Well, in the dating game, yes, I believe that looks do matter, but I do not. But it is not like the same as women at all, where 70% of it, I would say about like 40% of the value definitely is our looks, and then about 60% of the male value really comes from resources and charisma and personality. Like, this stuff matters a lot more than we think. Because resources are what women need. They need to be protected and they need to be taken care of. But as you can see, there's a very big imbalance in the values, because men also are placing values on the wrong things. We are placing values on frivolous sex, pornography, and little hits of dopamine, as opposed to really approaching the cultural problem, which is feminism and the backwards way of thinking that is hitting us. So we need to get the hell out there and we need to work on ourselves, but women need to just become feminine again. Women shouldn't have to be out there slaving to do whatever. Women should not have to be doing this. This is what happens when a society goes backwards. There's there's all these things with 82 genders or something. Like, there's a Zomba gender, there's a Gamba gender, I don't fucking know what they even call them. But anyway, it's stupid. Quit thinking this way. Let's go forward and let's not take a step back as a society. This is Layers from the Mind with Jake Melvin. Please subscribe.